Well, good morning. Nice to be back with you again. Been a couple of 3 weeks at least since I've put out a video. For no other reason really than some of the stuff they give you for transgendering gives you some pretty nasty side effects, I have to say. So I've been trying to cope with them and trying to get over that. I mean, they always say transgendering, you go from one gender to another, it's your transition period, which is absolutely right, that's true, I can't deny that. But to me, what it is, or what it boils down to, is an ordeal. That's all it is, no more no less. It's just a very unpleasant ordeal. But if you want that, how can I put it, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, then you have to go through this ordeal. But it does give you some of the stuff they give you and pump into you, it does give you some pretty unpleasant side effects. So I've been trying to get my way over them, so hence I've not been here for a couple of 3 weeks. But anyway, we've been keeping or trying to keep ourselves as busy as we can and occupied as we can. And if you remember back to our previous video, we did 30 airfix French gunners. Our airfix, excuse my tea a moment, our airfix French gunners are now varnished, based, landscaped and totally finished. So that's them. So they can now go into storage. Yeah, very pleased with them. So that's them finished, so they can go into storage. And our 5 artillery pieces, which we said we would do, 4 howitzers and 1 standard artillery piece. Let's see if I can get that a bit better. Yeah, there you go. So that's them done. 1 sort of standard artillery piece. And also we said we had some odds and ends, some barrels and boxes and bits and pieces, so we made a little sort of artillery dump. Let's see if I can, yeah, you just about see that. Yeah, it's not a good view of it. There you go. So we done that. That's actually on a poker chip. And also we had a mounted officer figure. So we done him. Rather than, come on. Rather than leave him in the box unused. Quite an acceptable figure, so we done him. So that's our artillery pieces on our officer done as well. So that's nice. Not really a lot to report on our Bavarian artillery. We said we had 2 packets of them to do, which we will do. I have to say, they take a hell of a lot of work just to get them ready to get some paint on them because of the flash, and also some very heavy mold lines, and it makes me wonder whether the molds sort of shifted, the two halves of the mold shifted slightly in the manufacturing process, because rather than sort of that, you've got sort of that, if you see what I mean. So you've got some unpleasant mold lines which you have to sort of work your way around. I mean, it took me all after to do 24 gunners and clean them up. It took me all afternoon and into the early evening just to sort them all out. It was a real drag, but they're done. But there's not a lot else to report on them. But what we have done is we made up two Elizabethan cottages, or Tudor style cottages, by Super Quick. So these are straight out of the packet, no adaptations, no conversions. They're just straight out of the packet, and very nice they look too. Very nice models to make, very straightforward to put together. I could even envisage buying another pack of these and moving the chimneys perhaps and putting on a thatched roof of some kind, just to get two more models from the one pack, you know. But yeah, very nice, very pleasing. I'm sure you could get away with using these for English Civil War, no problem. So that was two Tudor cottages, or Elizabethan cottages. So we did them, and then we had a sort of a fit of building, I suppose you would say. So we ended up making this Tudor style manor house, which actually started life as a farmhouse, but we Tudorized it, and I think it's come out very well. So very pleasing. The only thing was with this, as appears to happen in one or two other Super Quick packs, under these gable roofs here you've got black boards. Doesn't show up very well on this video, but you've got black boards there, what they call ridge boards. Sorry, ridge boards, barge boards, they call them barge boards under here. But they gave you no barge boards for the gable ends. I mean, it's no big deal to make them out of scrap card that comes with the pack, but it just means more work for the modeler. Now I don't know why they just give you those and not those. I don't understand that. Something I guess known only to Super Quick, I suppose. But yeah, it's no big deal to make them from scrap card and just add them, because they do finish off a model very nice. They really add the finishing touches to it. So yeah, very pleased with this. I was going to say Tudor farmhouse, Tudor manor house. Quite a few hours work to get this finished, but well worth it. So we did that. Then we decided to make two dwelling houses. So we made these two from the same pack are conversions. This started life as a supermarket, so we decided to take out the bottom front, put in standard size windows, the same as upper story, changed the door. I think I did a pretty reasonable job of matching in the yellow colour, and we also added, as you can see on the end, a coal bunker with some coal coming out of it, which is actually little fragments of cat litter. The reason I put the coal bunker there was there was a large advertising hoarding there for the supermarket, so I wanted to cover it. So I just made the coal bunker and just shoved that on the end. But quite a nice model, and once again, known only to Super Quick, they gave you the barge boards for there, which shows up better than the Tudor Manor House, the white barge boards, but they gave you no barge boards for the ends, for the gable ends. So we had to make all those ourselves out of scrap card that was in the pack. So it's no big deal to do, but just more work. Now why? Why Super Quick? Why do you do that? I don't understand. I don't understand. And also, you see, with these kits, they're great for 20mm wargaming, they're ideal, but just every now and again you'll come across something and you'll think to yourself, why did you do that? Why would you do that? It's like this back wall here. It doesn't match exactly this end. It overlaps slightly by 2 or 3 millimeters. And they tell you that in the instructions when you're putting this model together. That this back wall overlaps this side wall. Now, why would you do that? If I was to make another one of these, I would cut it flush. I mean, I left it when I was making it because I thought there may be a reason for it. Further on down the instructions, you may need that overlap for something. In fact, you didn't. It's just a stupid overlap. So in the end, I ended up sort of trying to hide it by putting ivy beside the wall around the back there. But it's just another one of these instances. Why do you do that? I don't understand. As nice as these kits are, and you know, as good as they turn out, why do you do that? I mean, this one started life as a antique shop. That's what it should have been. And I made the front wall on this all flush, as opposed to our yellow house here, where you can see, I hope you can see, there's an overhang. The top overhangs the bottom of the front wall. So this green building, I made it flat. It was just easier to do, easier to work with. And I made the windows smaller as well. I forgot what I was going to say then. I was going to say something. There were some advertising hoardings on the green there, so I've tried to patch them in. I think what the green needs is a very, very, very fine coat of some kind of grey or something just over the top of it, just to blend it in a bit. But here's what I was going to say, that again, barge boards there. No barge boards for the ends, had to make them. Now this barge board here, within the kit, with the two models, they give you 3 of these. Now why do they give you 3 when you're only going to use 2, and that third one doesn't fit anywhere, it doesn't go anywhere, because there's nowhere for it to go, and yet they don't give you any for the ends. I don't understand. It's illogical to me. But they do make nice buildings. They do make very nice buildings. I'm not really knocking them because they make nice buildings. This front, I just covered it in brick paper, 00 gauge brick paper, and you can see, if you look closely here, you can see, probably doesn't show on the video here, but you can see where I've butted a piece in to get this front wall flush. But that's what I like about these buildings. You can make them straight out the pack if you want, or they're very easy to convert to other things. If you think, well, I could do so and so with this, they're very easy to convert. They look great when they're done. Like I said, yeah, it's just the odd occasion something will crop up and you say, well, why did you do that? And as always, these buildings, you need to make a base. There's no base. All, as you can see with this one, all you got with it was this little bit of paving. I suppose, thinking about it, it's possibly because you just glue it down on a railway layout, so you don't really need a base. You just glue it to the baseboard of your railway layout, add your little bit of paving. But for me and for wargaming purposes, I like to make a base. And as always, you've got to get your painting kit out and go over all those bare edges. But yeah, very nice. So that's five buildings we made. I really like that. I like the color of this. The yellow color of this is different. So that's 5 buildings we made. So we've been keeping ourselves occupied as much as we can. We've got a few more still to do. So at some stage we'll get them all done. And yeah, we'll let you know how we get on with our Bavarian artillery in the next video. So as always, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. Sorry I've been away for a while, can't be helped, and we'll see you on the next one.